On this episode of Warehouse Safety Tips, we're going to be talking about back safety, so stay tuned.
Welcome to Warehouse Safety Tips. If you're a seasoned vodcast viewer, this vodcast is going to be different from most that you watch. It's based around exactly what the name implies, warehouse safety tips. And since the people in this industry are busy, we know that time is money, so each episode will be as short and to the point as possible. And now, with all that out of the way, let's get to the vodcast.
I recently committed to running in the Dayton Turkey Trot, which is a 5K run. Now, in doing so, I did something to aggravate my back. The sponsor of this Warehouse Safety Tips is Mighty Line, and they're actually going to be sponsoring our family running in that 5K as well. But you only get one back. And I want to talk to you about that today because it's so important. And it doesn't matter what you're doing. Just some of the things that you can do at your facility that will aggravate your back or cause potential injuries are lifting, standing, sitting, twisting, carrying, reacting, slipping, and even falling. Any of those things that you do, whether it's reaching or just standing still, you can injure your back. And it's absolutely imperative that you protect your back because, as mentioned, now and at the end of this broadcast, you only get one healthy back. So what are some of the things that you can do to help that? One of the things is you can go and make sure that you have all the proper PPE. That PPE is going to include but not be limited to things like back braces, weight belts, harnesses to keep you from falling and hurting your back. When you're talking about footwear, it's going to be things like making sure that you have the correct size, the correct cushioning, the steel toe. Make sure that it's something that you can stand for a long time, and make sure that you use those things because the PPE is put there for your safety. The next thing is going to be your posture. You know, you're always told to keep your shoulders back and to stand straight. And it's not something that just your mother would tell you to do. The professionals would tell you the same thing. The next thing is going to be sitting. When you're sitting, make sure that you don't slouch. Make sure that you're sitting up nice and straight, and make sure that you keep your shoulders back. Make sure that everything in your area is ergonomically friendly, and take the time to stand up and stretch now and again, and just walk for a second. The next thing is going to be lifting properly. You want to make sure that you lift with your knees and not your back. Keep the weight close to your body. Don't do big twists. And if you do, twist with your hips, not with your shoulders. And always go the way of your hips. Don't try to twist holding a heavy weight and twist wrong. The next thing is going to be stretching and doing calisthenics. We talked about standing up and stretching if you're sitting at a desk, but make sure that if your facility does calisthenics either before, during, or at the end of a shift, that you're taking part of them, part in them, I should say. That way you're always making sure that you're stretched as much as possible. And then lastly, and certainly not least, make sure that you listen to your body. You're probably going to get little aches and pains or, possible, pains and things like that before an injury occurs. And make sure that you pay attention to it because there are millions and millions and millions of back injuries every year, and we don't want you to be one of them. So make sure that you pay attention to all the rules and guidelines of your facility, your safety crew, and again, listen to your body because you only get one healthy back. So guys, we can't thank you enough for being part of another Warehouse Safety Tips. We appreciate you coming every week. We're nearing our 3-year mark and we couldn't have done that without you. So thank you very much for your time. Have a safe day. And here is a word from one of our sponsors.
It's scientifically unexplainable. It's virtually indestructible. And it's taking over the entire planet. But in a really good way. It's Mighty Line floor tape, the most durable floor tape in the world. 7 times thicker than average floor tape. Beveled to endure pounding warehouse traffic. And backed with a super strong peel and stick adhesive, so you'll never have to worry about painting shop floors again. Mighty Line floor tape, the only durable stripe.
You can find the show notes to each episode, links to information mentioned on the vodcast, the social media platforms we're on, and anything else related to the vodcast at warehousesafetytips.com. mightylinetape.com. And if you want to catch our podcast and or request a sample pack of Mighty Line, visit mightylinetape.com/safety tips. Thank you for watching Warehouse Safety Tips and have a safe day.